If you've ever made a complaint against your bank, there's a good chance you were not satisfied with the way it was handled, and now a regulator's report into how complaints are dealt with is months overdue. Consumer groups are demanding to know what is behind that delay. Yvonne Colbert has our story today.
The review by the bank regulator was announced after a series of news reports highlighted how banks did or did not deal with their customer complaints. As part of that review, the regulator commissioned a survey which showed 43% of Canadians had a problem with their bank in the previous 2 years. Consumer groups like CARP say the current system is unfair. Consumers are suffering, and there's an urgency to releasing the report so the problems can be addressed. John Lawford with the Public Interest Advocacy Centre says there's no way to sugarcoat the way banks have treated customers, so the report is probably being written very carefully. He says currently banks wear people down, so they often give up pursuing their complaint. Both groups and others want Ottawa to go back to one non-profit banking ombudsman. The Harper government approved a second for-profit banking ombudsman in 2015, and banks get to decide which ombudsman they want to hear their customers' complaint. CARP and others say that's a conflict of interest, but the for-profit ombudsman says its process is fair and they put customers first. The federal regulator says the delay is caused by administrative things like editing and translating. It's put no date on when the report will be released. CBC has been requesting a copy of it since June of last year. Yvonne Colbert, CBC News, Halifax.
Something we are going to be watching very closely today is the CRTC. Now, you might not watch that usually very closely, but you'll want to today because it's reviewing Canada's wireless market. So, how you use all of your wireless devices. They're looking at increasing competition, trying to make your cell phone bill more affordable. The regulator is going to consider making the larger networks like Rogers, Bell, and TELUS open up their networks to piggybacking, if you will, by smaller carriers. The hearings are also going to focus on whether the companies are prepared for 5G, which is the next upgrade, of course, of the national network. That's something we'll be watching today as well.